You just want me to keep praying, right?
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing. Just don't worry about the results. Just throw the seed out there. It's not your burden of the results. You sow the seed. That's
Is
it.
it okay if I don't pray on my hands and knees? Is it okay if I don't pray
Oh,
that
for
way, or
goodness
do I
sake.
have to pray that way?
No, you don't have to pray that way. Prayer is thought. Your angels know what you're thinking. I'll give you a test. Don't utter another
I just
word.
talk. I just
Just, I'll give you a test. Don't utter
what?
another word. Don't utter another word in prayer. Just think thoughts and see what the angels do.
So don't even speak it?
Don't even speak it. You don't have to. It's thought.
It's all thought.
Yeah, it's all thought. That's, well, how did the creation begin?
That's what I've been wondering. I've been wondering if it's thought because I go into bed at night and I'll lay my head on the pillow, and on some nights I'm just so tired that I just feel like I can talk to God just with my mind.
Well, totally. That's how you are connected. It's through the mind. That's why the battle
Or Skype.
or Skype.
I just didn't know I was talking to Brian.
There you go. Well, again, it is the angels. He's the seed sower. So
Or
you pick up on
Yahweh.
his thought, and it's the angels
Yeah.
that do all the physical work. Now, the angels will plant thoughts in your mind so that you'll go off on where they want you to go. You know, and that's why I in the past have said, like, there's these prophetic ministries out there. One of them's called I don't know, Almighty Wind or Four Winds or something, or there's this bird who's set herself up as a prophet, Elizabeth somebody, calls herself Yahweh's, I don't know. Well, I've listened to her ranting and raving.
There's a whole bunch of people saying they're Jesus. There's a whole bunch of people. There's that other one guy too that him and his they live in the mountains or something. I can't remember.
Oh, are you talking about Kremlin, Colorado at the top there? You're talking about where eagles gather?
Yeah, I just made a franchise out of it, that's all. Really want to become king.
Are you talking?
Did he just say franchise?
Yeah, he's made a franchise out of it. He doesn't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
If
That's too funny.
are you talking about Kremlin, Colorado? The people who live on top of the mountain, Kremlin, Colorado. Is that who you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about that gentleman that's saying I can't remember if he's in India or wherever he is, but he's proclaiming that he's Jesus Christ reincarnated.
All right. Well, okay. Where's your evidence? And it's not Jesus
I
coming
can't
back; it's the
remember
Father.
that, but that's what he's saying. There's a lot though. I mean, that's why everybody's having a hard time with it. I think it's
Well, you
because
know,
the
it's
deception
also
is so huge.
it's also the false Christ, the many, and the false prophets. Well, that's all the churches.
But if you look on my profile,
Pardon? Yeah.
if you, I got attacked by some guy
Oh,
uh,
is that JD1?
on my comments. I just left it up so people could read it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, of course, it
Yeah.
was never Jesus coming
Did you
back.
see that? What he said?
No, no, no. Listen to me. It was never Jesus coming back. It was always the Father coming back. And he's got a new name, right? It's the Father. That's why he's the old man. And the image in the Shroud of Turin is the image of the old man, because it was the soul of the old man, Yahweh, in Jesus. That's why he said, if you've seen me, you've seen the Father. The Father and I are one. It was the same soul. So the image on the Shroud of Turin, which was
Yeah,
rent
I
at the
understand.
instant of resurrection, is a photographic image of him today, his soul, and he looks like Brian Leonard
How do you
Golightly
get this
Michael.
message out though to more people faster?
Well, just send them the
Is the
link.
door shut on the 22nd?
Well, actually, it is. It's already shut. It's shut. Well, when
It
the
is?
slamming of the door, when that was going down, the 25th of January. So you know, you can still send it out there. You know, who knows? But we went through the slamming of the door. It was the angels letting us know big time. And that's when the announcement went up on the 25th of January about the releasing of the angels. You've got that there on your list, on your site.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's because of the door slamming shut. Now, how
I
did
just
that?
didn't know. I didn't know.
Okay, well, how did that come about? That was Yahweh's here alone. I'm out with Job, nobody else around, and all the doors are shut anyway because it's quite windy here. And in order to protect the kitten Sheba, we don't want a wind and slam door, taking her life. So all the doors are shut in this apartment all the time. Yahweh's by himself and he hears a door slam and reverberate. He goes looking for the door. Everything's shut. That happens 5 times while he's on his own. I come home and he's already at the door, got the door open for me because just before I arrive, he's heard another door slam, so he would investigate each time. He tells me about it and I think, okay, well, it's the angels telling us something. What is it about the door slamming shut? So it happens one more time. I am the witness here in the kitchen. Again, all the doors are shut. When this door slammed shut, it was spine chilling. I describe it on one of the videos. It went through my spine as this building reverberated with the slamming shut. And all I could think of is, oh my God.
I'm getting a huge tingling feeling right now.
Exactly. It was horrifying to my soul, if you like, because my soul knows what it's about. And that is when we uploaded the release of the angels. Time has to be cut short for the sake of those. Otherwise, there would be no flesh left to save. See, people are crapping on about the soul. It's about the flesh. Jesus said otherwise there would be no flesh left to save in those days. So when you've got LaRoche announcing on the 1st of February, Elizabeth's plans to fast-track 5 billion being taken out, do it quickly through a thermonuclear war, then you know what Jesus was talking about. There would be no flesh left to save. And of course, Matthew 10:28 says, fear him who can kill both body and soul in hell. Well, we are all in hell. That's what he's been warning them. You fear him who can kill both your body and soul. That's where these sinners are headed, the elimination of their souls. And when you read Enoch, it says that God, this is the day he's been looking forward to. It's been almost 6,000 years of absolute evil through men choosing to do evil through free will, which is what they demanded in the first place. And it has to end. So is he looking forward to it? Yes. He is weary. Everybody is weary. The righteous and the elect, they're all back on the earth. They will be protected. They're the apple of his eye. They have nothing to worry about. However, it's hell to pay for those who are not good, if you like. God is good.
Is that why I've been feeling this way?
Could be your soul reacting to what it understands is to be ahead. It could be. I went through a period of time where so very sluggish, so very heavy in my soul. As far as weeping goes, I wept for years. Tears flowed, and I
couldn't stop crying. Earlier today, I started crying after I got back, and I listened to David Wilkerson's anguish speech there, and I just couldn't. I couldn't. I feel so pain. I feel so much pain inside for some reason, and it's just, I don't know what it is. It just made me cry like a baby today. But
right. Well, it's.
I felt better afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I cried like that for years, on the floor, on my face, and begging for mercy. And I hit the decks on the 3rd of the 3rd, 2003, watching Benny Hinn, who is a devil, proclaiming victory for America. And I hit the decks for America. And all I could hear in my spirit is, where is your sackcloth and ashes? And the arrogance, it was the arrogance of America, about to release their bombs on these women and children, which they have, hundreds of thousands dead. America is responsible for the blood flowing throughout the Middle East. Saddam Hussein got it absolutely right. And they're set to do it again. And it's all coming from Britain and the Rothschilds, all of them. That's where it's coming from. America, Sodom and Gomorrah played into the hands of the devil. And it's, you know, David Wilkerson, I mean, he talks about the wrath of God. It's all planned by the Zionists. The Jew world order, the protocols.
Well, I think, David, I think there's a lot of I call them lost watchmen. Did you read my thing back to you?
I did read it briefly. I'll go and watch it. What? Well, again, now David Wilkerson himself is dead. He died last year, 2011. He was 80 years old when he died.
But he was a righteous man. He was a righteous man. You could tell.
Yes.
He had so much passion for God. He just didn't know what God really was at that point. And I believe he's. I'm going to see.
Well, you know, he's a righteous man. Then he'll be back in. He did his stint. However, it really makes me wonder. Now, he died last year. I knew in 1999, going through the church.
They killed him.
Well, possibly. More than likely. However, I knew in 1999, coming out of the church, out of obedience to my angels, I knew that God himself, as a man, Jesus, the man fronting up, who would be the Christ, was not coming to the church. He was not coming to the organized church. He was coming to the man in the street. So wouldn't be looking for him in the church. I knew that the entire Christian world had been deceived. This is then. And that's why,
yes,
as obedience,
yes, yeah,
being obedient to my angels, I came out of the church because they showed me the show, the deception and the show. Now, if I'm one little old mother of 4 children who didn't know a lot of the world, I've been, you know, I just lived my life as a wife and as a mother who raised my children in the truth. If they wanted to know the truth, I told them the truth exactly as I understood the truth at that time. And that includes about bloody Santa Claus and all the rest of it at 3 years old. Boy, did I get into trouble over that one. However, if I, as a mother of 4 children, having gone through the church, a Pentecostal church, for 14 years, not being caught up, if you like, in serving the church because I was busy with my 4 children, but being shown the likes of Benny Hinn and all the, you know, all the bullshit, I never listened to any one of them. I was going to Henry Hinn's church because my husband at the time insisted that that's where we go. Well, you know, it's all show. These men are devils. They are inspired by devils. They're not talking to God.
I had a girl that tried to turn me on to Joyce Myers, and I didn't care too much for her message.
Well, again, if they're not...
For some reason, I don't know what it was.
Well, they're not talking about the Christ already being returned. Now, I knew before I found him that I would be preaching, I would be heralding that the Lord already returned. I knew that from 1999. When I found him, I'm going to be telling people, look, he's already here. You know, and he's a man, for God's sake. Hates religion. He's not coming to your bloody churches. He uses the F word. It's his word. It's an acronym, fornication under consent of the king. And that he would be offensive, extremely offensive. However, he had a great sense of humour. I mean, how can you not have a sense of humour when you've God on the earth, rejected by everybody, looking around at hell that's been created by the beast, who think that they're the good guys? I mean, how many Christians think that they're the good guys? They are all part of Antichrist. They're worshipping the image of the beast, which is the
Too bad you can't get on a televised radio show.
Well, hello. Why do you think we get so upset? Now, Donnie took the first step. That's why he had the balls to do it.